Cormac from The Answer. And hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Now the new album, New Horizons, out in September. How's it going? How's it touring?
Going well. Busy. It's been very busy since the release of the record. We've pretty much been on the road since then, doing a lot of shows around Europe, the UK and Ireland, and just taking this new music out to the people and road testing it and seeing how it's going down. And thankfully, everybody seems to be enjoying it. The new material kind of balances set pretty much 50-50 new and old, and the new stuff just slots right in there, and everybody's having a good time.
Oh, good. So it's been well received by the fans. I've read a few reviews online and stuff, and it seems to have gone down really well. So.
Yeah, the reviews have been great. I mean, as a live band, I think we're the best we've ever been. You know, I sound like I'm completely blowing my own trumpet here, and I kind of am, but I just think right now the band's in a great place as a live entity, you know, and I think our audiences are appreciating that.
Yeah, you've been doing it a while now. 13 years is it you've been going?
Aye, 13 years.
So is it still, has it changed? Is it a different animal now what you do, or is it still?
It is different, like, you know, it changes almost day by day in this business, I think, and every album cycle is a completely different experience, you know. I suppose largely to do with the fact that you're going out on the road with, you know, a different set with your new material at your disposal. But as I say, you know, both creatively and as far as the live performance goes, I really don't think we've ever been better, and that's kind of where you want to be as a touring musician, you know.
Yeah, you have quite a hefty touring schedule, don't you? Does that add to it, or do you feel a bit jaded?
You know, whenever you get to the end of a really big one, you know, the last week or so is a bit of a struggle, I'm not going to lie to you. And it's not so much, you're totally in that zone, and you know, your daily routine is what it is, but just as far as kind of maintaining that spark, that you kind of owe it to your audience to have up there every night, you know, because you don't want to be shortchanging anybody, and you know, by rights, if you're managing to get a living by making music and getting up there and doing what you do, you should be loving it, you know, you should have a passion for it. So you kind of have to, it's only the very tail end of a tour, you have to kind of catch yourself on, remind yourself why you're there, and that you're there at all, really.
Yeah, I know watching live bands, and the more I see, and especially like you say, if you catch 2 or 3 on the same tour, it does amaze me that you can pull it out the bag and give it 100%, even if you've been in Cardiff this night, and then you've been in Belfast, and then you've been in Aberdeen, and you're up and down, and that must be quite.
At the same time though, every gig for a number of different reasons is different. Obviously you're in a different city every night, and you know, every audience is different, but you can kind of be in, it kind of depends on your mental state, you know. I mean, you know yourself, you're never really in the same mental state day by day, and whenever even subtle changes to the way you're thinking up there affect the kind of gig it is, you know. Sometimes you're right in the zone from the start, other times you kind of grow into it, sometimes it ebbs and flows a little bit, you know, and it really, it just kind of comes down to what's going on in there, you know. And I think, you know, there's enough variety there to as I say, maintain that hunger and that spark.
Yeah, cool. Thinking about the album, I noticed Toby Jepson, producer. What was he like to work with?
Great.
Were you a fan back in the day?
No, I was actually, believe it or not, must be the face cream I used, but that was before my time. But you know, obviously his reputation went before him, having been in the Little Angels and written a lot of good songs in his time. So you know, it was a whole new beast working with a guy like Toby, and letting Toby get his hands dirty with the songs, you know, which up to this record was kind of sacred ground, you know, not to be touched if you're not in the band, you know. But we made a conscious decision before we even met Toby that whoever was coming on board would be very welcome to contribute with regards to the writing process of the songs, you know. So there's 4 or 5 songs on there that Toby, you know, played in one way or another, played a role in the creation of the tunes, and I think that it really helped kind of keep us, you know, maintain the edge and give this record something fresh, you know, because 4 albums in, you really, it's like, you know, it's like coming to the end of a tour. You really need to shake things up, so as not to get complacent, you know. And we never have ever made the same record twice, if you know what I mean. We've always attempted to do something, whether it's subtle, different or not. You know, we've attempted to do something new with each creation, and you know, getting Toby on board really made that side of things a lot easier.
Was he a fan before he worked with you?
Well, they all claim to be fans before they work with you. It's part of the job interview.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's seen us a couple of times, you know, at various festivals and that, and knew of us. But you know, credit to him. Whenever we were talking about working together, he did fish out our entire back catalogue and listen to it quite extensively, just to gauge where we're coming from. Which was really, it was impressive to me, you know, that he cared that much. And you know, for those couple of months, he was basically a 5th member.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, it's good that he's gone in and he's done his homework before. He's not just saying, "I'm here now, I'm going to do it."
Totally. There's a lot of, am I allowed to curse in this? There's a lot of bullshitters out there, you know. Thankfully, Toby wasn't one of them.
Yeah, that's good. So, you've been on tour with Aerosmith, Whitesnake. You've opened for Paul Rogers, am I right in thinking? The names.
He's sung with us in a couple of songs.
Really? Oh, there you go. The list goes on, and now you're in the. I'm not saying that there's anything. You're back to grassroots, playing places like the Sugar Mill.
Exactly.
What do you prefer? Is my point. Do you a big stadium or little tiny intimate gigs?
It's a tough question, and it's not really. It's kind of a complicated answer, you know, because both have their merits. I think in my heart of hearts, I'd rather play to, you know, 300 people who are there to see us and sing in every word, and really have, you know, been with us from the start and enjoying what we do, than playing in front of somebody else's crowd, you know, whether it's a stadium full of people or not. But having said that, obviously playing in front of a stadium of 80,000 people is a lot of fun too, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So yeah, I mean, I love intimate, kind of hot and sweaty rock shows, but you know, all those gigs that you've mentioned were really positive experiences for us as well.
Yeah.
All part of the learning curve as well.
Absolutely. Speaking of learning curves, you've got Black Wolf with you. How important is it to bring these little bands out on tour with you? Do you get choice as to who you bring out with you?
Oh yeah. Especially this tour, every day we were talking. There was another 5 or 6 bands knocking on the door, going, "Can we do this tour?" You know, it was kind of it surprised me just how many young bands out there were so eager to get on the road with us. You know, it did our hearts good, like. But Black Wolf kind of stood out from the pipe, and it's so important to give young talent a chance, just like we were given a chance as well. You know, you know, I think the world of rock is up against it enough as it is, without kind of denying bands like Black Wolf and other great young bands like them an opportunity to get up on stage and show people what they've got.
Yeah, absolutely. Jared Leto says live music's dead and done. Do you agree with him?
No, I wouldn't agree with that at all, no.
I think there's a pretty vibrant live scene, I think. I don't know quite if he was talking about stadium style or what he was trying to prove when he said that.
Yeah, I don't.
Have you noticed a dip in audiences, or audiences going down, or more people coming?
Not really with us. It's I mean we have thankfully have a dedicated core fan base out there that come to see us play tour after tour, you know, and it depends on a number of factors, right down to whether payday's been and gone, you know. It depends on just how many people cram into a venue, but you know, we're touching on 70 shows in the last 3 months, and we've got no complaints, you know.
Yeah.
And every show is a unique experience, and people go home happy, and definitely has done nothing to tarnish my faith in the live scene. You know, money's tight out there, and you know, people are kind of watching the pennies, but they're still scraping together and spending hard-earned cash and you know, using their time to come down and see bands like ourselves play every night, and you know, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, it's an important thing. I think it's my passion thing, is live, seeing live, like you say, hot and sweaty rock gigs. That's where it's at, I think.
For us as a band, a massive part of our identity is our live performance. You know, it's something that can't really. I mean, it's impossible to fully capture the live experience on record. You know, I don't think there's a band in history that's achieved that. You know, capturing, you know, whatever it is, the magic of a live performance, because it's all to do with being in the room at that moment in time. But you know, I mean, that's the reason why we tour so much. It's important to us, and it's important to our fans. You know, it's an important point of connection, and it's really where you get the full picture of what we stand for, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, fantastic. And you're doing Download this summer as well.
We are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to that. It's been, I think, 3 years maybe since we last played.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a fantastic festival. It was kind of the first big festival we ever did back in the day, and we were lucky enough to have the rest of the weekend off to get into trouble, and we did. I think I got kicked out of Ozzy Osbourne on the Sunday, or on the Saturday. That was it. I think Ozzy Osbourne was playing the Saturday, and System of a Down were headlining on the Sunday. I tried to. Say, but I got kicked out of the whole festival.
You got kicked out of the festival. That's quite impressive.
And I had a AAA pass as well, you know.
Really?
Waving it in the bencher's face as he carried me out.
Nice work.
Yeah, lots of fond memories of that one.
So are you planning any time off? You got any time off booked, or is it all solid?
We don't ever really take too much time off. You know, we'll get back from this tour, and everybody will take a week, just not a week away from music, but a week away from each other. You know, I mean, we love each other and all, and we get on better than most bands. But you know, if you're on a 7-week tour, it's very intense, and you need a bit of space. And then we'll regroup. You know, probably a week later, and. I mean, the plans on the horizon are festivals, obviously, all summer, and also to get the next record, just get it up and running. And the plan being to have, you know, another collection of songs together by the end of the summer.
Fantastic.
Just so that we can keep the momentum going, because we've got a good thing going right now. You know, I think New Horizon, you know, kind of. It's not that we ever lost our mojo, but you know, it's kind of it's enhanced it a bit more, you know, and as I say, you know, the live show's going great, and people are coming down to see us play, and you know, we're definitely very much kind of back in the game, and we want to keep that going. And in the past, we've normally left, you know, cut maybe an album every 2 years. We want to kind of tighten that release time a bit more, just to keep getting the answer out there, not giving people a choice in the matter, you know.
Yeah, there's plenty more in there, plenty more ideas and stuff to come out.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. fantastic. Come back, I could talk to you all night, but you've got a rock show to get ready for, so I better let you go.
All right.
Lovely to meet you.
Pleasure.
Cheers. Thanks.
All right.